Mr. Prashanti Reddy, Secretary, Dr. Kiran Yadav, all past president, members, industry leaders, director of management institution, and dear students. First of all, I am giving my all best wishes to all of you. Friends, India is one of the fastest growing major economy and is currently ranked as the world's sixth largest economy. Along with the fast-paced growth, we also strongly believe that society should be livable and sustainable for all. With a focus on ethics, ecology, and environment, we all must be aligned with the commitment made by the Honorable Prime Minister and recently at the COP26 summit to achieve the target of net zero emissions by the year 2070. Protection of ecology and environment must be the way of business and mission of life for all of us. Our PM has a dream to make India Atmanirbhar and set a vision to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025, where your role is very important. India is a favorable destination for investors and businesses, and we have a huge domestic market, intellectual skilled and young manpower, a cheap labor force, and a good governance framework, and India become a prime link for the global supply chain. The government has taken several initiatives across all sectors to make Indian industry globally competitive. The government is supporting domestic manufacturing and encouraging localization of industrial needs. Various production-linked incentive schemes are functional to boost local manufacturing. I always say the use of science, technology, research, skill, innovation, entrepreneurship, and successful practices. We call it as a knowledge, and knowledge is the superpower, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. The industrial approach for everyone is very important. The second important point is the conversion of waste into wealth. Nothing is waste, but it depends upon the appropriate vision and appropriate technology to convert the waste into wealth. Technology is important in both these aspects. Adoption of appropriate technology will be beneficial for your businesses. Every time new ideas, new thinking, new experiments are required for the survival and growth of any business. Challenges can be overcome through positivity, self-confidence, and strong leadership. The study of locally available resources and raw materials suitable technologies, machinery needs to be explored. I always telling to the people that we should have the need-based research, and this is very important. If the industry in the area where the raw material, if it is available, appropriate raw material and appropriate technology, it can be cost effective to develop industry in that area. We have 115 aspirant districts which are socially, economically, educationally backward. My suggestion is we need to understand and concentrate on this area, particularly agriculture, rural and tribal area, where what type of materials are available by which using the appropriate technology, we can create more employment potential and wealth for the country. We need to find out our import substitutes. Our products should be cost effective, indigenous, qualitative and eco-friendly. With this, we will get economic viability and demand will increase. We are targeting to enhance our export to become Atmanirbhar in the real sense. The export potential is very important, and I will request you that the people like you, the institute, can work on this particularly proposal to find out which are the imports for the country and where we can contribute for import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. For example, talking about the semiconductor, we have a lot of shortage. Our total automobile industry, IT industry is depending upon that. Is there is any way out by which we can be manufacturing semiconductors in the country? It can be a great thing for the country. And in the sector of fuel also, we are presently have import of 8 lakh crore we are spending on import of crude oil, petroleum products. Here we can go for ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, electric and green hydrogen. and green hydrogen is the future. So we can make this mission by which it will be import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. So we should focus on product designing, packaging, branding and digital marketing. We need to go for joint ventures for technology transfer and value addition. We should promote and invest in businesses having recyclability and sustainability aspect. We should strongly encourage startups and small business entities. Sometimes bigger ideas came from smaller people. This will pave the path for Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India initiatives at a larger scale. Sector-wise GDP contribution, agriculture and allied industries come to 8 to 12%, manufacturing sector 22 to 24%, and service sector coming approximately 52 to 54%. We need to take special efforts for the development of rural tribal villages and agriculture communities, including 115 aspirational districts, which are economically, socially and educationally backward in India. And the size of the automobile industry in India is presently 7.5 lakh crore, which will become 15 lakh crore in coming years. I am 100% confident all reputed international auto brands are available in India, and this industry generates the highest employment and revenue for the government. Our TVS, Bajaj and Hero export 50% of their two-wheeler production, and our country's import of petroleum products worth rupees 8 lakh crores. Further, petrol and diesel run vehicles are significantly contributing to hazardous air pollution. My suggestion to all of you that we want to make our automobile industry as number one manufacturing hub in the world. And because of scrapping policy now, which already launched by my department, that there will be copper, aluminum, steel, rubber and plastic, where these are the recycling material which can be available very cheaply, and we can reduce the cost of cars, automobile cars and their components by 20 to 25%. So we are promoting the use of clean and green alternative fuels such as ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, LNG, SCNG, electricity and hydrogen fuel cell. This is the future. And today India is becoming the largest EV market for electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers and cars. The startups and the new entrants in the EV industry are performing well over traditional auto players. The per kilometer cost of petrol-based vehicle is rupees 10 per kilometer. For diesel it is rupees 7 per kilometer, and for electric it is only 1 rupee per kilometer. The solar based electricity generation cost is very cheap, which comes less than 2 rupees per unit. It also ensures a zero carbon emission cycle. Today 38% of the electricity is generated from solar energy, which targeting for 60%, and we can fulfill the domestic EV charging through a rooftop solar system. We intend to shift our public transport and logistics on electricity, solar-based EV charging stations, EV auto components and battery chargers will have huge demand soon. The government has a roadmap for 20% blend of ethanol with petrol by 2025, and there will be a requirement of 2,000 crore liters of ethanol, and for that 250 to 300 ethanol production plants need to be established in the country. We have allowed the production of ethanol from surplus and damaged food grains such as rice, corns, sweet sorghum, bajra, jowar, in addition to sugarcane juice, BAB molasses and CAB molasses. This will give an additional income to our farmers. We have issued an advisory for automakers to offer vehicle with flex engine which can run on 100% petrol or 100% bioethanol. I also launched a two-wheeler bike by TVS which runs on 100% ethanol. Our Prime Minister has recently launched 300% ethanol pumps in Pune, and we are promoting the setting up a dispensing units by providing entities. The bioethanol can be used as aviation fuel up to blend proportion of 50%. We can use ethanol in generator sets. I have carried out successful experiments and I am using ethanol in genset which are giving an excellent efficiency at the lower price without any air pollution. I am also using ethanol as a fuel for drones for agriculture purposes such as spraying, agriculture spraying, which is an excellent indigenous and cost-effective solution for our farmers. The green hydrogen is a zero carbon fuel and sustainable alternative to coal, oil, and gas based energy sources. It is fuel for the future. Mumbai has about 720 km of long coastline where by using ample solar, tidal and wind energy we can produce green hydrogen from seawater. IIT Madras is researching the development of cost-effective technology. Municipal sewage water and solid waste can also be a potential source for green hydrogen, which can be utilized to run public transport buses and taxis in the cities. On the 16th of March, I am launching a Toyota car that runs on green hydrogen, and we are also exploring the use of green hydrogen as a fuel for railway, marine and aviation applications. The green hydrogen will be a potential source of energy across the various sectors like fertilizers, cement, steel, mining industries with high energy consumptions. Recently announced green hydrogen policy facilitate and offer incentives to manufacture of green hydrogen in the country. We require expertise from business leaders to understand the market and recommendations to increase market acceptability of alternative fuels. One more area where BMA has opportunities to contribute is the blue economy. The government is aiming to achieve Rs 100 billion blue economy through its Deep Ocean Mission and ocean resources in the coming years. As per one research by SDG panel, investment of 1 rupee in ocean activities would generate a return of 5 rupees. The mission could help in providing clean drinking water and exploring the avenues of desalination of water and extracting minerals from the ocean. The sustainable fisheries can generate more revenue, more fish and help restore fish stocks 80% of international goods transported by sea. India is the biggest seaport. JNPT is the business port in the world. My ministry is also building a multi-modal logistic park in Mumbai. The government is committed to bringing the logistic cost in the country below 10% of GDP. Alongside, there is a huge opportunity for ocean and coastal tourism, which will create jobs and bring economic growth to the region. Infrastructure development plays an important role in fulfilling our vision of making India a superpower economy by 2025. The government has given a massive push to the economy through the National Infrastructure Pipeline and PM Gati Shakti Plan. A dedicated focus on building new cities, ports, bridges, tunnels, high-speed rail and highways, which will have a multiplier effect on jobs and help reduce unemployment. And there is a need for an investment-driven growth model to achieve the goal of a $5 trillion economy, which in turn requires access to low-cost capital, and the roads have the largest share in the National Monetization Plan at 26%, with a target of Rs 1.6 lakh crore over 4 years. The Infrastructure Investment Trust (InvIT) has enabled a new set of investors like mutual funds, insurance companies and pension funds to invest in the road sector. The SEBI will formulate guidelines for retail investors to participate in InvIT of NHI with an option to earn monthly returns in the near future. NHI shall be monetizing various road assets through a mix of InvIT and toll operate transfer, that is TOT, which shall provide returns to both institutional and retail investors. I strongly believe in offering an opportunity to the common citizen with low and middle income to invest in infrastructure projects through InvIT. In this regard, the professionals like you can propose a viable financial model to encourage this huge pool of investors to securely invest in infrastructure projects with good returns. Surety contracts instead of bank guarantees will be the game changer. They will release the blocked liquidity and also reduce litigations in case of contractor defaults. General insurance companies are working on the best possible products as per the guidelines issued by IRDA. India business leaders need to become more agile and adaptable to ensure relevance, competitiveness, and sustainability in the new normal world. Finally, I would say your social consciousness, social awareness, and social responsibility towards society and societal issues and upliftment is very much expected with mutual cooperation communication, and coordination, we can resolve our issues and make a win-win solutions for all stakeholders. The government is supportive, flexible, time-bound, and transparent and corruption-free toward the ease of doing business ecosystem in the country. With these words, it has been a pleasure and a privilege to address the leader speak session, and I wish the best to the Bombay Management Association in all its endeavors. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will request Dr. Kiran Yadav to do the question answer sessions, which we have already received from the participants. Over to you, Dr. Yadav.
Good evening, sir. I think that was one of the fastest 15-minute MBA module that one could go through across all aspects of management, covering every small detail of not just a vision, but how to put it into action. Sir, your unique personality, strengths of leadership skills, entrepreneurial approach, and business acumen in a government setup is very rare. And tell us your guru mantra for making things happen, because I think implementation is the biggest challenge in India.
When I was responsible for making of road construction in Maharashtra, I was constructed Mumbai-Pune Express Highway, 55 flyovers and Parli-Bandra sailing project. At that time, we don't have money. We are facing crucial problem. At that time, we reject the proposal of Reliance for making Mumbai-Pune Express Highway that costing 3,600 crore. So when I was in one of the press conference in Pune, one of the journalists asked me, how much money you have for making this road? I give the answer that we have only 5 crores. Then how it is possible to make this road within 2 years with 1800 crore when the Reliance tender was for 3,600 crore? I am talking about 97, 96. So you as a leader talking anything, actually he was telling me in the sense that I am talking nonsense. So it will never happen. So I just give him the answer that if there is a will, there is a way. And if there is no will, there is only survey, discussion, seminar, committee, subcommittee and research group. First of all, the strong political will is very important. Without that, you cannot succeed. The second important thing is you need out-of-box thinking, innovative approach and commitment for the country and the society. That is equally important. The third mantra of management is teamwork. I am always telling to people that A person work A square and B person work B square. The total work is A square plus B square. But when A and B comes together, thinks together, work together as a teamwork, the answer is A square plus B square plus twice AB. And this twice AB is a result of collective team spirit. Then transparency, corruption-free system and fast-track decision-making process. These are the very important things which already I have experienced in my government tenure. And I feel that India has got a huge potential. We are a rich nation with a poor population. But our strong political will for national reconstruction, for making strong economy in the first number one economy in the world for India, it is a dream of all of us. If we can march ahead toward this mission, I feel that it can be possible. I am not an engineer, neither I am a management expert, neither I am a chartered accountant. I am not an engineer, but we have 3 world records. We have constructed 38 kilometer per day road construction of national highway. It is coming now as a world record. We have constructed 2.5 kilometer cement concrete road, that is of 2.5 kilometer 4-lane cement concrete road in Mumbai-Delhi Express Highway in 24 hours. And we have constructed the 26 kilometer single lane bitumen road between Bijapur and Solapur, within 22 hours. These are the 3 records. I always, if the credit goes to me, people are giving me the credit, but that is not my only credit. This is the credit of the teamwork. All the contractors, the engineers, they are working hard. And we are working as a team. So definitely India has got the potential and we can make the miracles. The people like you who are the management expert, who can train the people for the with the futuristic technology for the country, that who can deliver the extraordinary work for the country. I feel that this can be possible with your training, and the new young talented people can make the miracles. They are actually the citizen of the India, not the future generation, but they are the presently the actually leaders of the country and citizens of the country. So if you are going to train them, they can contribute more for the country what we can do.
Right, sir. You've spoken like a true management and business leader, and that leads me to the questions that several members have put across, saying that, for success, the first important thing is to be set on the right path. And as you just mentioned, the several kilometers of highways, expressways, flyovers, and infrastructure that you've created in your limited tenure. Okay, what success are you think this is all leading to?
Actually, I'm not thinking seriously about anything. When the challenges are there, I always talking to the people that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities, and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. I always accepting every problem as a challenge, and my strong political will and my commitment for the society and the country always inspired me and motivate me to fulfill that dream. I'm a very common man. Neither I am an intelligent student, neither I am an engineer, neither I am a chartered accountant. I am a very, very common man. But my strong political will towards the country always inspired and motivate me to do something more for the country. And that is exactly the spirit behind my work.
Thank you so much. Actually, sir, when we look at you, I think all these qualifications rolled into one several times would make a small fraction of Mr. Nitin Gadkari. But coming back to the other questions, sir, there are a lot of startups, entrepreneurs, and even seasoned businessmen who are actually attending this session, who wished to know, what are the sectors in your opinion that will boom in the next 5 years. I think in your address you actually gave a whole list of sectors that are being planned and focused on and envisioned for success. But for action for simple people like us, what would you say we should focus on for development in the boom in the next 5 years, sir?
Actually, I will request you as a management expert, let us take the list of our imports. And with the IIT people, the engineering people, the management experts, you can inspire the people that these are the imports and India can make imports alternatives, import substitutes. And this can be a good vision to the all entrepreneurs. The most important thing is export. And this is also there is a list of exports available. So in the area by reducing the logistic cost, that is exactly the important for all of us, that how we can reduce the logistic cost. At the same time, quality consciousness is very important. 101% good quality, good packaging and delivery on time, that is punctuality, is important for international business. So India, we have got the youngest talented engineering manpower in the whole world is available with India. We have got the availability of raw materials. We have got the laborers with a cheaper rate. And we have got the people, genius people, who can have a lot of startup research. 100% we are very much competitive. And presently in the world, the whole world is now not very much interested to deal with China. They want to deal with India. And here is the opportunity. And we can take that. For that reason, People like you, we have to find out what are the obstacles, what are the negative things, what are the problems, and find out the positive things and support the entrepreneurs and tell them the way out, that how it can be possible for them to get good success. So I always telling to the people that you can donate eye, but you cannot donate vision. The lack of vision, appropriate vision, and 100% appropriate technology is very important. We need to reduce the cost and improve the quality. When I am working with in infrastructure, I am always telling the people that we need to reduce the cost of construction and increase the quality of construction. We need to use different type of materials by which we can increase the quality of construction. At the same time, we can reduce the cost of construction. The new innovation, new research, new successful practices, new materials are very, very important. And the people like you are working though in a management field, but there are a lot of startup and young talented engineers who are doing a lot of research. So you can give them exposure and giving opportunity to the people that they can accept this type of technology by which they can make the good products and making more export for that. So somewhere exactly today for Atmanirbhar Bharat, we need that we should increase our export and reduce our imports. I will request you one thing, that you should give the priority for the agriculture, tribal and forest area. There are a lot of technology in IITs, institutions, there is a lot of technology available. So you should think about the 115 aspirant districts and the rural and agriculture and tribal India, where we need more growth, more employment potential, and that is exactly, without that we cannot make Atmanirbhar Bharat. So strongest thing which we need, that how it can be possible for us to develop more growth in the backward area and where people like you can contribute more. So these are the priorities. Somewhere we need to make more emphasis on that. Somewhere we need new technology. Somewhere we need vision. Somewhere we need decision making process. Somewhere we need to tap the export potential, and somewhere we need to have the import substitutes. That is exactly the line. And the people like you who are constantly working on all these lines, 100% you can give the good solution for the people and the entrepreneurs.
I think that's extremely elaborate, sir. Thank you so much. And you've already mentioned that zero emission 2070 and the philosophy of waste to wealth. I mean, it's all imbibed into your vision and thinking. You know, the whole purpose of setting on the right path. I think you
Sir,
very elaborately.
I will request you as a management institution. We have a lot of sewage water. We are now taking that water to the sea and making polluted. My suggestion is, from that recycling of that water with solar top and windmill, we can make a green hydrogen, and we can be a green hydrogen and be a future for the country. It can resolve the problem. Even in the sea water, with the floating solar panels, we can make green hydrogen. So these are the new avenues also where the Mumbai needs. I feel that the need-based research is very important. So as far as the Mumbai, actually I was 18 years in Mumbai as a MLA, MLC. I got appointed to construct Worli Bandra ceiling project, 25 flyovers, Mumbai Pune Express Highway. Presently I am not in Mumbai, but I have attachment for Mumbai. So you can find out how we can make sustainable to Mumbai, how we can make pollution free, air pollution, water pollution and sound pollution free Mumbai, how we can improve particularly the pollution, water pollution in the sea, how we can convert Mithi Nadi. When I was a minister for water resources, I prepared the report for changing the Mithi Nadi river at that time. So somewhere this type of small problems, if you can give a good technological solution with the economic viability, it can be a great thing for the Mumbai. So my emphasis is the area where we are, we need need-based research. What are the availability of raw material? What are the problems? What are the needs? On the basis of that, if the technology is there, it can be a win-win situation for all the stakeholders.
Yep. I think, sir, you actually answered the last question which I was going to ask. saying that development always comes at a cost, and then there is some trade-off that happens. But you have shown the way that the trade-off need not necessarily be in terms of trying to compromise, but there's always a way out. So thank you so much, sir. And I think since we are already reaching the end of the time that you so graciously allotted to us, I would request hand it over back to Kavita ma'am. And thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your responses to the questions that we had in our mind. And I think in this you have given so many directions for research